Doctor Who, Terror of the Vervoids, The Trial of a Time Lord. Written by Pip and Jane Baker, read by Bonnie Langford. Prologue. At the apex of the cosmic evolutionary scale is the ultimate refinement of creation, a society comprised of Time Lords, beings whose intellectual prowess and agility surpass that of every other creature in the universe. This facility has enabled them to develop the ability to travel in time. Past, present, and future are all available to them. An awesome power. Fortunately, they are also gifted with moderating wisdom. A cardinal rule has become a pillar of the law that governs their conduct. They shall not meddle in the affairs of other societies. The penalty for transgression is death. An offender shall not only forfeit his or her life, but all remaining lives, for the Time Lords can regenerate into a new personality when a current existence has run its course. The Doctor is on trial. Snatched out of time, he stands accused of this very crime. A vengeful prosecuting council, the Valeyard, has cited 2 cases as proof of his guilt. The Doctor has now to present evidence of his innocence. Chapter 1. The defense begins. A somber hush permeated the trial room. The Inquisitor, in her white robes, the officiating Time Lords, veritable guardians of the laws of Gallifrey, the black-garbed Valeyard, all watched the Doctor as he walked, leaden-footed, towards the prisoner's rostrum. Gone was his usual ebullience. Missing was his mischievous smile, his quirky eccentricity, as he mounted to the dock from where he was expected to submit the evidence that would either prove his innocence or confirm his guilt. Yet traumatic as this prospect might be, the Doctor's present despair was not for himself. It was for Perry. In the climax of the prosecutor's case, the court had seen the Doctor allow his young companion to go to her doom. "We are all aware of your feelings of sorrow, Doctor." The Inquisitor's tone was gentle. "Has the recess given you sufficient time to overcome the stress of your bereavement?" The shock of Perry's death had so devastated the Doctor that he had been granted an adjournment. He lifted his uncharacteristically bowed head. "I doubt if there will ever be sufficient time for that, my lady." Although sensitive to his grief, the Inquisitor was also aware of the prosecutor's impatience. The Valeyard uttered an exaggerated sigh as the Doctor rifled through case notes, rubbed his brow, unable to focus despite the seriousness of the charge he faced. The court awaited his opening gambit. None came. Anxious to move in for the kill, the Valeyard rose. Head clamped in a black skull cap, a stiff silver-trimmed shoulder cape topping his voluminous black-as-night robes, he stretched to full height as his commanding tones shattered the silence. "May we not proceed, my lady?" All attention switched to him. The cavalier manner in which the Doctor permitted his young and vulnerable companion to be destroyed militates against this charade of concern. A cruel statement, yet true. "The Doctor is fighting for his life, Valeyard," reproved the Inquisitor. "However, I take your point." Turning carefully, so as not to disarrange the magnificent filigree halo headdress of white and gold, or the wide stand-up collar that complemented it, she addressed the prisoner. "Are you ready to present your evidence, Doctor?" Yes. He raised his eyes, pools of sadness, to the huge screen behind the semicircular tiers of seats where his peers sat in judgment. "Like the prosecutor, I've utilized the Matrix in preparing my defense." The Matrix, a link to the amplified panatropic complex, was the computer that contained the memories of all the Time Lords that had ever existed. The screen was where those secrets could be viewed. "My excursion will be into the future." There was none of his usual swashbuckling in the Doctor's manner as he surveyed the assembly. "The future?"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?